Good morning. First of all, on behalf of the Washington Township Board, the Township Management, and the Park staff, I'd like to welcome everybody here today as you join us as we're adding our fifth park to the Washington Township Park system. When we started to build the Helen Pickard Memorial Park in 2018, our goal was to be able to provide a space for families to enjoy the beauty and simplicity of nature. We were able to add a nature center for education, natural play features, and camping. The one thing that we were missing were trails. Today, the Bob and Grace Pock Park fulfills that need and to the community by bringing people to a destination where they can explore nature firsthand. We're very excited for what this park will offer us. At this time, I'd like to introduce our Parks Director, Laura Helmick.
Hi, everyone. On behalf of the Parks Department, I'd like to thank everyone for coming here today. We first learned about the Pock family property from their realtor, who is actually here with us today. After, the second they called me, I was here that next day. I was prepared to go through a bunch of brush and look through the woods, and I was surprised to find that there was an intricate trail system that had already been here on this property. After reviewing it, I knew that this was something that we needed to have for the community, and this was something we couldn't keep a secret anymore. We wanted the community to be able to see what this property had to offer. I'd like to give a special thank you to our township trustee, Don Hodson, and also our township board. Here with us today, we have Steve Blacketer, who is on our township board. They trusted us with this property. They trusted that we had a vision, and I want to thank them for that, and thank them for always believing in our crazy ideas, even when I say I'm going to open this park by the end of the year. So I'm very thankful for that. But I'd also like to thank our Parks Department and our Parks staff. I believe that I'm always reminded at events like this that we have a great park staff. I would also like to especially thank our park maintenance staff. They worked tirelessly these last 2 weeks to ensure that we could open up on time. They even made this sign right here with their own two hands. So I'd really like to thank our park maintenance staff for that. I'd also like to thank the Pock family. So here today we have two of the remaining siblings. We have Margaret and we have Stephen Pock. And at this time, I'd like to bring Margaret up to say a few words.
Thank you. As Laura said, I'm Margaret, the second of Bob and Grace Pock's children. At the end over here is my brother Steve, the younger brother. And we're sad to report that our older brother John is not able to be with us today. And he loved this property as much as Mother and Daddy did, I suppose. We want to thank several people. The Washington Township trustees, Don in particular, Laura for her enthusiasm as the park commissioner. We've renamed her. In New York, they're called commissioners. So we call her the Washington Township Park Commissioner. Don says that'll be a raise for her, right? They worked professionally and with integrity and in a timely fashion with us, and we thank them for that. I want to introduce our realtors, Ed James and Dan Weathers. They were smart. They're with Remax in Avon. They're smart. They were enthusiastic, and they were patient. And one of them has a hot red truck, which he didn't drive today, but never mind. We thank the park, the township, and the park team, and all of you for your enthusiasm for the girls and boys and men and women of the township, for their health and their welfare and their entertainment, and that's lovely to see. Little history, a little bit. Our parents, Bob and Grace Pock, bought this property in 1940 and built the house. Our dad and our grandfather actually built the house. And John, who was 7, and I, who was 3, moved here with our parents in 1945. And Steve was born 5 years later after that. And mother and daddy were so fortunate to be able to live out their dream of raising their kids barefoot in the woods. That's what they wanted, that's what they got. We all enjoyed the trees and the flowers and the birds and the ravines. Mother particularly enjoyed the birds and the flowers and could absolutely name every wildflower on the property. Daddy, I think, especially loved the trees and would be so pleased that this sign is built from wood on our property. And I believe Daddy could identify every tree on all 36 and a half acres. Um, we're delighted that Washington Township has decided to turn this into the Bob and Grace Pock Park. And from now on, many residents of all ages will be able to hike the woods, enjoy our Civil War vintage cabin, learn to identify plants and birds, and breathe good, clean Hendricks County air. We commend the property to you with our blessings, knowing that you will care for it and be blessed by it. I have one last order of business. To the highest bidder here today, Steve and I will tell you where the Morels will be next April.
I've asked the American Legion to be with us today. Mike, the commander, if you can come up at this time, they'll be doing a commemoration for Veterans Day that's coming up on the 11th. And so, Mike, I'd like to ask you to come up today, and we thank our Legion for being here with us.
Well, thank you all very much. Thank you for inviting us here to help dedicate this addition to the Helen P. Carr Memorial Park. Myself and my fellow members are here representing the Avon American Legion Post. At first, I wasn't quite sure why we were invited, but I quickly realized that just how appropriate it is. Number one, we are a part of this community, and second of all, it is Veterans Week. Veterans Day being this coming Thursday, November 11th. As this community grows and additions like this park are added, it is a positive thing for our post as well. We moved into our new building December 15th, 2015. Since that time, our membership has more than doubled. We have strived to be more part of the Avon community and Washington Township and assist in any way possible to promote and support projects like this. The American Legion serves the veterans and their families, and our post is open to the public while at the same time encouraging new membership. We will do our best to encourage our members to come here and see for themselves how Washington Park and the Picard family have provided a welcome addition to this park for the pleasure and enjoyment of the citizens of this community. I would like to say just a few words about our veterans. I will advise you that on December 19th, we will be holding a the Hearts of Christmas, and it is for communities or families in the Hendricks County area, military families that would not have a Christmas without Post 145. We plan to um, have at least 25 families with their children there, supplying them with Christmas dinner, gifts for all the children, and for the parents. If you know of any family in this area, military families that need our kind of assistance that will not have a Christmas without us, please contact me. We will be happy to work together with them to make sure they have a Christmas. About the veterans, the servicemen and women that we honor this week came from all walks of life, but they share the same fundamental values. They pose the same courage, pride, honor, dedication to duty and integrity. All of these qualities needed to serve a cause larger than one's life. Today we have an all volunteer military. It's the best military in the world. The people who have enlisted the military today and in the past didn't do it to look special in a uniform or to get rich at the expense of the taxpayers and ordinary citizens of the U.S. government or to glorify themselves. This is not this is not who they are. They are warriors, they are patriots, they serve to honor their country and their commander in chief to protect the safety and freedom of this country. The one thing that any of you folks might want to think about doing this week and in weeks down the road, when you see someone that has any indication that they might have served in the United States military, please walk up to them, shake their hand, and say, thank you for your service. You will never know what that means to us veterans to be remembered that way. Our veterans are ordinary people that respond to extreme times. They rose to the nation's call for the good of the people. They joined because they are American men and women who want to protect a nation that has given them and given us so very, very much. This week we honor our heroes to remember their achievements, their courage, and their dedication, and to say thank you for their sacrifices. They will be gathering all over the nation this week to pay tribute to those serving and those that have served in the past. Your presence here today and that of people gathered across the nation this week is also a tribute to those lost troops and their families. It is a way to say we remember these soldiers and we will never forget them. It is not a lot, but it is in some small way we can honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifices so that we can live in freedom and be here today. Let us all remember how fortunate we are to live in freedom in such a beautiful country. It is the home of the brave that makes it the land of the free. You may have just opened a can of worms here today for a bunch of our veterans to come out here and fish and enjoy this park. And for that, Post 145 thanks you. Thank you for inviting us here today. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless our troops. And God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. At this time, I'd like to ask Don Hodson, our township trustee, Britt Woodard, our deputy trustee, and Steve Blacketer, and also Lisa with our Avon Chamber to come up and cut the ribbon. And afterwards, we're going to be going on some guided hikes. And once we cut the ribbon, it's open to everybody. Thank you for coming today. Margaret, Steve,
Oh, thank you. Oh.
So these are just for show. So Don's gonna give you. We're gonna do Steve cuts the ribbon.
Okay. See. Here, here. You do this. We can do sleight of hand. We got it.
Got it?
but hidden.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Like this?
Yes.
There you go.
Got us? Thank you. This is lovely. What a lovely party. This is great.
We love the trail.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Morale March. Well, nobody's offered any money yet. I expected some wallets to come out.